Yo, this is Dash, and I'm back out in the garage, out with the vertical smoker today. So, I'm getting ready to prepare to cook for the big game, you know, Super Bowl 50 between Carolina and Denver. So, I just wanted to show you guys what I had going on. I used the charcoal chimney there, filled it up, and I just dumped it into the basket. And I wanted to show you, last time I didn't get to show you how I arranged the split that I put in there. But I figured I would show you this time. And sorry again about the dust under the lens. But so there we go. I have the basket, this is the charcoal basket. And that actually is a whole about 18-pound bag of charcoal, aside from a whole 18-pound bag of Kingsford charcoal briquettes, aside from what I had to use to get the chimney started. So you see, fire's going in there pretty well. And the reason I'm starting this right now is because I'm starting this now. I'm going to actually push this in. I see my fire is getting to where it needs to be. I'm going to push this in, close everything up, go inside, season my meat, and then put the meat on, or at least I'm gonna start the brisket right now. I can't, I don't really wanna start I have, oh, see that? Time to push it on in. Looked away for 1 second. So, welding gloves come in handy. And there we go. The whole point was I wanted to make sure that the fire was going well enough before I closed everything up and started monitoring the temperature via the remote probe. I actually need to get in there and set that up because I have it in there from the last time, but I need to rearrange it because it's not set up properly. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And right now you see, you know, it's smoking pretty well. I guess it's drafting pretty well because of the fact that the door is open. And we'll see what I gotta get this all situated, then I'm gonna go season the meat. Those ribs are gonna be good. And there's a brisket back there. So I fired up the smoker. I put 6 gallons of water down in the bottom. All right, so I fired up the smoker. I have I think this was a 15, almost 16-pound brisket. And this is 3 racks of baby backs. Okay. And I still have the top one, and the other shelf would be about here, empty. And the reason the reason I only have 2 things on the shelves right now is because I have to go and pick up my sons. I am fairly confident that I won't lose fire, though I do want my temperatures to come down. When I came outside after just letting the smoker run, I won't say wild, but run, the ambient temperature on if I'm counting from the top 1, 2, 3, 4, at the 3rd shelf was 313 degrees as told to me by my wireless thermometer. So the temperature's getting ready, the temperature's climbing back up. It was just at 130 something, it's now 149. And I have to go. I will be gone for about 2 hours. You see I've choked off the fire and it's doing that weird drafting thing again. Not really worried about it because as long as that temperature comes up to, I really want it to be about between 225 and 250 while I'm gone. So right now it's at 171, 178 and climbing, and I don't have the time to stick around and wait for it to get to wherever it's gonna be on the shelf. So I gotta get going. Right now the ball is open to about the halfway point, and it's at 185. So I've also put the food on the lower portions of the smoker in an effort to make sure that that it doesn't get too hot. Because of the fact that all of the heat, you know, it comes out of the top and it radiates towards the top of the smoker. I want to make sure that I can adjust it. So what I'm going to do, like I said, I'll be back by about 2 o'clock. Well, hopefully by 2:30 at the absolute latest, and I will pick up where I left off once I get back and I see what the temperature is doing. 199. So I'm fairly confident that it recovered with very little problem. So I'm actually going to choke this off a little bit more. So I'm going to choke it off a little bit more, again, in an effort to try to get that temperature to hover no more than about 250 degrees, especially while I'm going. And it changed that fast because it was just up at 205. I made an adjustment, now it's down at 203. So I think I have in fact slowed the temperature down. And in case you're new to my channel or don't know, this is a vertical smoker that Kirk, all right, there's this YouTube information that Kirk built. So this is a insulated reverse flow smoker. I think that's what he called it. So there's 2 inches of insulation, firebox is down here, cook chamber is up here. In the bottom of the cook chamber there is a pan for water. That water pan will hold 10 gallons of water. Air intake over here, drain for the water pan in the back. And I had some issues when I first got the smoker. It wasn't drafting properly, wasn't cooking properly. And Kirk took it back and he added a second 4-inch square tube exhaust to the smoker, which has helped immensely. Aluminum tray for just this particular purpose. The thermometers and like seasonings if you wanted to put some seasoning up here. I haven't actually used this bottle opener on this one, but this is Bessie, my first smoker, and you can see I use the bottle opener over here quite regularly. All right, before the battery in the camera dies and I'm late to pick up my kids from school, I'll be back and we'll see what happens in about 2 hours. Hey, Stash, I'm back. All right, so I figured before I did anything, I would show you the temperature, and it's holding steady at 201 degrees, which is pretty much perfect. I'll get the light, and we're at about half ball, you know, check ball valve. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and open this up just a little bit to try to get the temperature up slightly. And I brought out some other things to cook. I have some lamb in there, and I have some chicken in there. So, figure I'll take a look at my brisket and my ribs. And because of the fact that the temperature didn't get very high, though yes, they're cooking. You can see the probe back there. All right, I wanted to see where the probe was, make sure it wasn't touching any metal. So these things are doing well. So at this point, what I'm gonna do is go ahead and I'll put the chicken and the lamb on this shelf here, and I'll continue my cook on my ribs and my brisket. All right, so after just about 2 hours, the temperature was holding steady at 201 degrees when I got here. So of course the temperature dropped as I opened up the door, but nonetheless, so far so good. All right, so I'm still out here at the smoker. It's been about 15-20 minutes or so, and I'm trying to finitely adjust the intake to get the temperature where I want it to be. I don't really want it to keep going up. Right now it's at 268. It was 271. It was holding steady at 250 for a while, but I've been just making slight adjustments and trying to get it to do what I want it to do. I know I said before I don't mind cooking between 225 and 275, which is fine, but I know that higher in the, it's at 275 now, I know that higher in the smoke chamber is warmer than lower in the smoke chamber, so I really would like a happy medium, but I just haven't achieved that just yet. So actually I think I'm closer to where I want to be. The temperature just, it topped out at 275 just now, and then it dropped down again at 273. So I think I might go ahead on in the house, and I'll come back out in a little while to check on my ribs. So, but progress using the, and now it's back up to 275. So you see what I'm dealing with. It's fluctuating, but it's not like it's going on epic swings of 10 to 20 or even 30 degrees. Even though I will say I had it wide open and then I choked it down to halfway and it dropped by 40 degrees within about 30 seconds. So I don't quite know. I haven't figured out how to combat that just yet. So right now it's at 277. I'm cool with that, and I'm gonna keep seeing what it does. So I'm gonna stand here for a few more minutes, and now it's back at 275. So I think I found my my happy place, and let me show you where I'm at. So it's probably about 3/4 of the way open. It's not much in the way there. Alright, so I'm back out of the smoker. Reason I'm out here is because I forgot my hat in the house. Reason I'm out here is because my lamb is done and I don't want to overcook it, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out of the smoker. It's still drafting kind of weirdly, even though it is almost coming out of both square tubes almost evenly. It's still favoring that left one. Still favoring the left side more than it is the right. I haven't added any charcoal. The smoker has been going since I poured the chimney of charcoal into the smoker at 11. It is now 4:30, and I'm still holding steady at in the 270 degree range, which is fine by me on that second shelf. So yeah, I'm still happy with my cook so far. I'm gonna get my lamb out of here. Everything else is looking good. Like I said, I'm just gonna get the lamb out and leave everything else to do what it needs to do. Let me hurry up and get this done. Hey, yo, stash, and back out at the smoker yet again. Finishing up my cook for the day. I told you guys before, in the dead of the winter, a lot of times I'll put the smoke or put as much smoke into the long cooks or the big pieces of meat, like the pork shoulder and the brisket. And when I have my, when I get to my ideal temperature or the amount of time that I want to hit, I'll take it in the house. So I'm actually at that point where I'm going to take the brisket that I was cooking in the house. Everything else is pretty much finished. The lamb doesn't take very long. The chicken that I cooked didn't take very long. The ribs, of course, take a little longer. And because of the fact that I had them lower in the smoker, they were cooking a lot slower than I would typically cook them at. But it was fine. I just let them sit in the smoke a little longer, and I let the sauce set for a little longer as well. So again, smoker, the reverse flow insulated smoker is doing what I needed to do, definitely. I've said this before, and I bought it as a replacement for the UDS, or the ugly drum smoker. excuse me, the problem I was having with the ugly drum smokers is I ran out of capacity. I maxed out, and I wanted something in between the ugly drum smoker and using Bessie. Just because, you know, sometimes just using 2 drums is overkill, and sometimes using Bessie is overkill. I don't want to waste the wood that is necessary to run Bessie. So the insulated smoker is a nice, I won't say alternative, but it's nice to have option. It's a nice option. All right, so like I said, I'm done for right now. I'm going to I have the air vent turned all the way open, and right before I came out, it was starting to die off. So actually, while I'm thinking about it, let's show you the charcoal basket. Let's show you what's left in there. So the charcoal, for the most part, has petered out. Here, let's turn this off, and that might make it a little easier for you to see what's left. And what I'll do is agitate the bin a little bit. And what agitating the bin will do is show you what's left in there. So if I were to need to, I could probably put a decent, decent split of a log in there, and it will probably catch on fire with very little problem. And it probably could, keep on going. But I'm going to knock all this ash off of the ledge here so I don't close it up in the door. And I think we're calling it a day or a night. All right. And those are my ribs there. I gotta get my ribs out of there. But other than that, you can see, well, maybe not. Let me pull this out. All right. So after my cook today, everything is just about cooked down. I think I've hit my magic number with the number of gallons of water I want to use, which is 6, because I don't want to have much water left in there when I'm done. And this looks like it, but I want to make sure that there is some water left. I don't want just the oils burning off, and I don't want the oils, or the drippings from whatever I'm cooking to hit the hot metal at the bottom. I actually read something that causes a not so nice reaction. So I'm done. I'm going in the house. Let me take everything, gather everything up, close everything off, and thank you. Forgot my hat again. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, check out my Instagram over here and my website over here, or website and Instagram, or Instagram and website. I don't know which way I'm gonna put it. Nonetheless, thanks again for staying subscribed. Thanks for watching. If you made it to this far in the video, I appreciate it. So far, Kirk, thank you very much again for helping me out with this, and I'm gonna say making it right, but fixing it. All right, I really do appreciate everything you did and everything you are doing. Don't forget, if you need to or want to link up with Kirk to try to get yourself one of these smokers, he will build one for you. All you have to do is head over to his YouTube page. I'll put a link to his YouTube page down here at the bottom of the screen, or the name of his channel down there, and you go and check him out, and yeah, talk to him about making you a smoker or a cook stove, or what is he working on now? Oh, a rocket stove, or a cook stove, or what else has he made recently? Oh, a forge, or maybe he can forge something for you. That Kirk has always got something going on, which is awesome, 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 awesome. I'm gonna be like him when I grow up. All right, I'm done. Talk to y'all. Thanks again.